Hello everyone, hello and welcome to a new video today with the Gothic remake demo, which is the Neras prologue. It's a demo that just dropped last night. I spent last night trying to get it to run. It's not running great, but it's playable. My main issue with the game's graphics is that, well, I have 6 gigabytes of video memory and the game does not like that very much. Also, it's quite important that you restart the game after you change some settings, because they will not really take if you just change them here and not restart the game. This is what I'm running it at. It's got settings for pretty much everything you would want to, including an FOV setting. So Total Biscuit will be remembered in games always thanks to this. Had a big campaign against the lack of field of view settings in games for more than a decade, which, hey, at least he's remembered by this. So, if you haven't played Gothic ever, it's one of the best games ever made. I actually replayed it last year, and it's still one of the best games ever made. And, well, the Gothic remake had a demo a few years ago, which was terrible, I would say. They say they intentionally made it they dialed everything to 100, and they wanted to see if people would react to it, and they did. So they dialed things back to being more Gothic-y, which is what we have now. Now, this isn't like a full demo of the game. Like it's just a bit of it's a bit of a demo of what the systems of the games are like and what the graphics are like. And it stars Neras, the guy you kill in Gothic because he goes insane and steals a focus from the swamp camp at some point. So we're going to be playing as him. So they actually mentioned that you shouldn't take this like being a full vision of what the final game has to offer, because it's not that. It's still in development. It's still got a while to go. But the things that they have changed since that first demo and since some of the earlier screenshots are quite notable, and I believe they are a massive improvement over what they've showed initially. Now, my voice sounds a bit weird. I'm feeling a bit under the weather, so I'm making a bit of an effort of myself to make this video. I was actually supposed to make a video about the Welcome Back Commander, which is a game by 16-Bit Knights. You know, the people that made I forget the name of the game again. I'm gonna remember it at some point. Anyway, sorry that video is being delayed. The developer gave me a key for it. I've been trying to play it, but I keep dying in the tutorial. So let's get into the Gothic remake. New game, yes, delete the profile. Okay. The demo is an isolated prequel remake experience created to show some of the main features of the Gothic 1 remake, but since the game is still being worked on, it can contain bugs and glitches. Yeah, I can confirm. The full game follows the story structure and spirit of the Gothic original, with the nameless hero as protagonist. This one does not, so they actually mentioned this. The story takes place in the Mine Valley of Corinthus, a penal colony violently taken over by its prisoners after a barrier spell went astray. The inmates now live in interdependency with the king, who needs them for the magical blue ore, humanity's last hope for its losing war against the orcs. You are Neras, and you have just arrived in the colony. Welcome to your new life. Don't forget to join the community, which you should, as for the most part, I think the Gothic community is one of the more sane communities out there. I've actively stopped engaging with video game communities since Fallout 3, because the Fallout community is full of absolute dingbats, I would say. Okay, and here we are.
Good. I'm Diego.
This is Diego. I'm going to turn on the frame counter just so you can see how things are going.
I'm the guy who gives the Greenbloods the rundown. But a rock slide cut us off from the valley, so I have other things on my mind right now. Our men are coming to clear the path, but...
Okay, so I always played Gothic in English. I think there was an option to play it in German. I never took that option, and apparently that is sacrilegious, because the German version actually sounds good. The English version sounds like the English version, you know, and the voice sounds a lot like Diego's from the original. I'm thinking maybe the same actor. Can I help somehow?
Can I help you somehow? Thanks, but no.
See, this is a major difference from, well, Actually, it's not a major difference. Well, in the case of Diego, it's a major difference, but basically everybody you used to talk to initially in Gothic, the higher-ups, I mean, would tell you to just screw off, go to hell. This is, the demo is that in a nutshell.
Where can I camp? Somewhere in here? No. This exchange zone belongs to the old camp. And until you're one of us, we can't let you wander around here after dark. Just try to find somewhere well sheltered.
Okay.
Our boys sighted a shadow beast near the canyon, and they come out at night.
I'll also have to look out for a shadow beast. A real shadow beast?
A real shadow beast? In the flesh. One of the many things in this place just waiting to rip you to pieces.
Very encouraging.
Okay, thanks. Sure. Welcome to the colony.
Okay, so last night I was trying to get it to run and it, well, I had troubles with it, so I couldn't really test out every bit of it. It's running better now. Again, restart the game after you enter new settings because stuff gets stuck. I can't really comment much on the lighting quality because, well, I don't have lighting set to its fullest. I mean, this looks a bit overbright. Maybe I could turn down the bloom effect and have it be less harsh, because that light doesn't really scatter all that well around. Okay, it scatters a bit here, but the other torches are not as powerful in terms of lighting, although they should be. I also turned on the item highlighting effect, which you can turn off if you don't want to see that. It's a bit of a useful feature if you're not familiar with how things are supposed to look. I think with higher textures this would be... well, it's still loading. I only have 6 gigs of video memory, so it just had to dump something out of memory to load that. So keep that in mind. And this is on a low texture settings. At some point I believe it's going to start chugging again. But anyway, even on the low settings, I have to say that artistically it looks good. Like the barrier, at least that bit looks good, and you can still see the shimmering. And there's a bit of a red shimmer as well now in the barrier. I don't remember the red shimmering, but it's there now and it looks okay. The game is built on the Unreal Engine, so expect to see some classic Unreal Engine lighting effects, like looking up and looking down does that false, what do you call it? The old HDR adapting to your eye, adapting your fake eyes to the camera, the lighting. Incidental dialogue is back.
That's right, just as we do with them. Did you notice the ore barrels from this month's batch had an extra thick bottom?
They're complaining about barrels being the wrong weight. See, you don't really have to pay attention to this, but it's a fine detail to be aware of. They're talking about various ways that they're screwing the other people, the king is screwing them. And I think Whistler's armor isn't fully loaded because it doesn't seem to look as good as Diego's. I think the texture just popped in. Okay. Let's get going. I can actually talk to Whistler, but in pure Gothic fashion, he's gonna...
Diego told you what to do, didn't he?
He's gonna tell me to fuck off. Yeah. See? Unless you're part of that faction, unless you're working for them, go to hell.
Welcome to my new life, I guess.
It's an aspect of Gothic that I like. I mean, nobody's there to, to be your babysitter. Some of them will help you, but they want something in return. Let's go for a dive and see how deep this goes. They have changed the controls quite a bit. I was completely fine with Gothic's old controls. So I'm guessing if you weren't a fan of them, you'll be okay with what they've done. I'm fine either way. So let's get back to the surface before we drown. There's no treasure behind the waterfall. Though actually, I should probably save. I can't save underwater. Okay, I can't save when I'm in the water. But usually in Gothic 1, if I went here, I would usually die because I was too close to the barrier. That doesn't seem to be happening currently, which is, I mean, it's a change I'm okay with, because it makes the experience less jarring for new players. let's get back onto dry land and explore the, well, this bit of the map, because that's, you don't get to the old camp. You get to see it, but you don't get to it. They have extended this area though. I got stuck on rocks again, which is something used to happen in Gothic. You used to have a hard time getting out of water sometimes. Look at that. See, it fully loaded this time. If you hang around long enough, even with 6 gigs of memory, things will load eventually. And yeah, visually this part looks nice. Like, this looks a lot better than the screenshots. The screenshots will, oh, to be fair now, I did turn up the saturation a bit. But the fact that it lets me do that and have something that looks like this, yeah, I'm fine with it. So you can make it look as gray and drab as you can. Like, I can probably make it look black. I'm gonna say first. Probably can make it look black and white. You know, more realistic, more true to life. Let's turn it down to -50. Yeah. That sure looks a lot more realistic. You can do that. The game gives you the option. I'm gonna set it to +20 again, because I think that's where it looks the best. I have to say, they rebuilt basically every bit of this as close to what I remember the original being. And again, I played the original a couple of months ago, so this looks quite good. Let's climb up here. If you're wondering why his hair looks like that, it's because it's on the low almost. There used to be 2 guards here, but one of them is busy, I guess.
Hey, you.
I actually haven't talked to this guy yet.
Didn't know one was coming in. You got lucky.
Yeah, his hair is unloading.
If it wasn't for the rock slide, couple of our lads would have been right there to welcome you.
Yeah, bullet.
Proper stomping.
Yeah.
If you're ready for the valley, you gotta wait till our men clear the path. The precipice.
It's too dangerous to climb, I know. Diego.
Actually, the precipice isn't too dangerous to climb. They walled it off. Physically, you can't jump off.
What's your story? Why'd they
What, me? I ran out of
Yeah, that happens.
Then right into a group of guards. Bingo.
Yeah,
Here I am.
good for him. I killed someone.
You? Didn't.
Well, I'm a dangerous man.
Or at least, only the ones that you think want to hear it.
I won't.
Okay, I have some questions.
That's so. Well, how's this? One end washes the other.
Yeah, I gotta find him a beer. Okay, sounds like a deal.
Enos, pride.
I don't remember them praising Enos a lot in the first game. But yeah, that became a big thing in the later ones. So I guess it's fine. The story is expanded, the characters are expanded, and that's super fine. Look at the little bug, look at the little spider. Actually, that's a big ass spider. It's just crawling up there. Look, it didn't go through. Okay, it does go through the geometry a bit, but not much. The foliage is fine. Okay, let's. Actually, I'm probably not gonna find him a beer because I really don't want to talk to that guy. A meat bug. Okay. Combat. I can just click now. Right click, left click, and I can attack. But I also have a Q as an attack for thrusting like that, and E for up and down. So you have multiple attacks now. Let's take that meat bug. That bug meat. No, that meat bug meat. Yeah, let's take that. Also have a chest down here, which I don't have to press click and W anymore to open. Oh, we have a lockpick. We have some coins, which I wonder if they made a use for coins now, because they were useless in the game. Oh, there's beer. I could give the beer to that guy, but I don't wanna. Okay. We're gonna... Yeah, oh, it actually told me. Okay, so this is good. In Gothic, you would sometimes, okay, there weren't a lot of quests in Gothic. Like, most quests were in the first act, and a few in the second. The rest of them were basically just the main ones and whatever faffing around you would do to find chromanim and whatever. But it's good that it does that, because it guides players, but doesn't necessarily, you know, fill the... Look at the interface. This, like, the only thing in the interface right now is the okay, it's not there anymore. The FPS counter that I put up there. This is the interface of Gothic. It's perfect. Like, there's no waypoint markers. There's no checklist to what I have to do. It's just this, and it's pretty. Okay, you also have the inventory, which I'm okay with. Bring back a beer. Find a place to sleep. Stats. I think also have skills somewhere, but I haven't really leveled up, so I don't know how they made that function. Inventory is still separated into various categories, which is okay. They actually split up melee and ranged weapons, which I'm fine with. I think they did a good... Keys are now their own separate thing. I'm okay with what they've changed. I mean, maybe they could have made the inventory a bit more... it looks a bit like a book, but not that much like a book. They could have made it look more like an in-world thing. I don't know how maps are handled in the game. I look forward to seeing how they are handled. But one thing that I have to say that I love, well, firstly, they've expanded this area. You have pickaxes now. Well, we had them in the past as well, but you have them here as well. One thing that I have to say that I love. Okay, not that crazy about the fire. I should have not dropped that. How do I put it back? I don't put it back, do I? I don't think I could put it back in Gothic either. You could just throw them away. I'm gonna leave it down here. Okay. But yeah, this torch, which is, well, it's a lot of a bigger fire than the one I had in my hand, is not as bright. I think there needs to be some tweaking there, but that's not the important part. The thing I absolutely love is what they did in the next 5 seconds. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Look at this. You don't see this in games anymore, people. Look at the lighting on the floor. Look at the lighting on the ceiling. Look at that. That color, that mix, that blue... Hold on, mole rat. That mix of lighting, when lights of two different colors are meeting each other and create that glow. You don't see that in video games anymore. You used to see that in Half-Life games, in games made on the old Gold Source engine, and in the first Gothic as well. This is a screenshot from Gothic that I took a couple of months ago. Look at this. It looks exactly the same stylistically. It's beautiful. It's that deep blue you used to get in the Windows 95 installer that is basically outlawed now in video games because it's not realistic. It's not brown enough. It does not have enough, I don't know, value to our shareholders or something. It looks absolutely stunning. This was missing from earlier screenshots of the game, and I'm glad to see it here because look at it. It's absolutely amazing. It is by far one of the best features that they've come up with in this version of the game. Now, see that thing over there, that overly bright thing? That's the cutoff point of my draw distance. Gothic 1 had the same thing. It would used to load sprites at night at their daytime value. So if you were in a dark forest at night, the edge of the forest, the visible edge of the forest would be bright. It would be a little like it was in daytime until you move forward and it got dark, which this is going to do as well. I like that feature because, well, you can see where you're going even if it's dark. I should probably save again because I've not been this far down into the mine, and I think this is where the Shadow Beast is. Probably. It's probably gonna kill me. Oh no, oh wait, came out the other side. No wait. I went back. I went back to the other side. But there was another exit to the mine, I think. I guess. Yeah, this one. Or maybe it ended in a dead end. Well, now I can't see much, can I? What do we have here? We have an essence of healing. Okay, so there's no... oh, I just lit it up again. Okay, so you can reuse your old torches, which is fine. So the mine is expanded a bit. This wasn't available in the original. And I hope they keep it in the full version as well, because it's like being able to see this the moment you get into the game. That's... Look at the stalagmites. Or, no, the stalactites. The ones at the bottom are the stalagmites. This is beautiful. I can't climb up there because the doors, the stairs are broken, but it's fine. And I got turned around again. Movement is okay. It's using that inertia thing that a bit that games kind of use nowadays. Probably also get some meat so I can show you the cooking component later on. We're gonna go talk to Kurgan now, because he's gonna teach us how to fight, which will hopefully let us better handle some giant chickens which are coming up in a bit as well. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that there because I'm probably not gonna need it. So we're gonna go down here, and we're gonna go up there and there in a bit. But I just want to show you the rest of the valley. It's pretty much how you remember it. Like this pathway, I've gone down this pathway so many times. That guy's gonna... Oh no, I thought this guy was up there. I guess he's down here. He's gonna ask us to go hunting with him soon. Look at this. It's like it's expanded, and there it is. There's the old camp, and there's a cave-in they mentioned earlier. Look at it. I can't jump down because it's blocked off, but look at it. I remember each and every island, each and every little detail of this, and it looks the same. I mean, geometrically, geographically, it is the same, but it is so much more beautiful. And the forests, from this distance, they look like forests. They look like forests did in Gothic. Granted, Gothic achieved its foresty look by grouping trees together into a single blob the farther you got from them, but that made them look like real forests. And when you got close to them, the trees were quite close to each other. Compare that to Morrowind, which didn't do forests. It did a tree and then another tree, and bang, that was a forest in Morrowind. And that game came out a year later. Gothic was an absolute graphics powerhouse, which... how should I put this? Gothic got re-released for the Switch a year or two ago, and I found a review of it for the Switch version, which said that the graphics were terrible, and they were terrible back then as well, because the person reviewing it was an idiot. So let's talk to Kurgo.
Hey, you.
What up, man?
Look at that. A fresh...
They did.
Well then, welcome to the colony, I guess. What's...
Nyrus.
Good to meet you. Hey, listen. Why don't we chat for a...
Sure, let's talk about what's happening.
All right. Honestly, there's word that the Nordmarians made some...
Yeah, Nordmarians. I don't know who the Nordmarians were. I didn't play Gothic 2 that much. I think I only finished it twice compared to Gothic 1, which I finished again a couple of months ago, and I've played it consistently over the years.
When they brought you here?
Not really.
Ah, shame.
Yeah. I don't know if Rosa showed up in Gothic 2. Maybe.
Had a woman. She was the sweetest thing you could ever imagine.
Again, Gothic 2 was a much bigger game, so not being able to remember things from it is... Well, it's fine. Is it true that there are no women? Now here's the thing, about a decade or so ago, actually more than a decade ago, I read something, I think it was an interview, it was in German, it was translated, I think, on World of Gothic. It said that they didn't have a lot of women in Gothic 1 because they made models that had a higher poly count than men's models did. So to keep performance acceptable, they didn't put a lot of them in the game. I'm not sure if that's true. I mean, I know I read that. I can't source it like right now, but I know I read that. I wrote it down. Like I still have the files where I wrote it down. I don't have the links to. I should have put the links in the files where I wrote it down, but I didn't. But that's what I read. Again, not sure it's true.
We're the heart of the colony.
Unless there's a rock slide.
Yeah, rocks. Don't worry. They'll have it cleared up soon. No issues.
Powerful man in the old camp.
By the time the game is released. I don't know when it's going to be released, but they're making progress.
One more thing. You look like
You're gonna... Sure. You have a fight coming up in the arena. Kurgo was a nice guy in the game.
You'll see.
I'm not sure if I killed him. Well, actually, no, wait. I killed everybody in the old camp. That's what he do. I'm wondering if you can maybe not kill them this time. Like maybe there's a peaceful way to not kill everyone.
Let me know when you're ready.
I mean, the only one that's actually the only one that you can't kill in the old camp is Taurus, who's guarding the gate. He's invulnerable until you have to kill them when you're, I think, at the new camp's mine. And Gomez and whatchamacallit, the second one in command. Those three are invulnerable up until the point in the story where you can kill them.
I'm ready to fight.
Okay, so let's see if this runs better than works better than the first time I fought them in the arena.
That's that.
Have at thee, knave. I can dodge now, haha. No, I did not do that right. Wow, okay, he clobbered me. He did not rob me though. Remember he used to rob you? Every time he beat you up, he used to rob you. Which was a dick move from him, but again, everybody did it.
You. Good fight. I hope.
It's all right.
Happy to hear.
Yeah, I'm just really
Not bad,
bloody.
friend. You need some practice, but you got potential.
Sure. Why not?
Why not?
All right. Number one. When you're using a weapon like this, hold it in one hand, not in both.
See, this is important.
Once you build the
This is
muscle,
how your
build the
character
core
used to
action, you
learn.
can string your attacks together.
I don't have any skill points, so I'm not sure if this is actually going to do anything.
Realize it's going to throw you right into a riposte, pull back, and dodge. It'll take some practice to get.
See, it's actually telling you how to chain combos. You have to remember that in Gothic. If you didn't remember the sequence that the character told you to attack in, you would find that your attacks were not all that good. You couldn't, if you didn't chain them right, they would not flow together and they would stop at some point. You have to restart the combo. And I think I just, no, I'll see, now I'm holding it with one hand. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think I'm more efficient now. Okay, so I learned it despite not having the skill. It also has a lock-on mechanic. I'm gonna try it a bit later for combat. So let's bring this. Essence of healing. Oh, I should probably, yeah, consume. Consuming things still takes real life time, so you have to be careful with that. You can't do it. This isn't Morrowind. This isn't whatchamacallit, Skyrim. You can't down 50 cheeses during combat to heal yourself. Let's Dr. Drax.
Wait a second.
And his furry jacket.
Nah, you just got that. I'm guessing you already know we're stuck up here.
Yep.
I'm looking.
There is. We saw it too. Hey,
Help me hunt the flock and can share food against a bit our fire. Okay. Sure. Your comment doesn't sound like you're from Korenis.
and neither does yours.
Where are you from? Midlands?
You can hear the chickens in the background. They're coming. What's in for you?
What's in this for you? You look like you could kill the...
Ain't you a wary one?
He's basically trying to see if I can actually fight and maybe recruit me. Oh, the jacket loaded. Look, it looks fine now.
Turns out you're at least...
Oh, playing with 6 gigs of VRAM at this day and age is difficult. I'm probably not going to be able to change it this year either, sadly, because the prices don't look like that great, and... boy, costs are getting higher and higher.
First,
Okay, let's go.
there ain't one. Just don't let them surround you.
I skipped over dialogue. He said that the chickens are idiots.
Let's hunt.
And yeah, he's right. Just charge at them and don't let them surround me. And by default, I attack using Gothic systems, which is press forward and attack, which is not what I should do, because the chickens will kill me. And he's been hitting me with the bow. He hit me with the bow several times. That was the blood coming out of my back. See, I have arrows sticking out of me. Drax, you are an absolute idiot when it comes to aiming. Okay. I got one of them. And an arrow to the knee? Man, I got an arrow to the head.
Hey, you.
Ha!
Good job.
That's some sweet bounty.
Well,
Never mind, I can do it. One of our crew, Jorik, is...
Somewhere in the canyons, Red is looking for him. I see you at the campfire. Crew?
Yep.
Something. I'm not gonna spoil everything for you, so you can play it as well if you like to.
The man just wandered off. Someone saw him climbing around this canyon.
Yeah, I know. I think I found him earlier. What does your friend look like?
My size, black hair,
Big mustache.
He wears the same arm. Bring him back down here when you found Jorik. I should have...
Yay! We can make dinner soon. Oh, I can collect arrow. Okay, collecting. I don't think you could collect arrows from your dead victims and Gothic 1. Okay, so let's go on top now. I was curious to see if I just pulled the arrow out of my head, but no, it's still there. That's it looks painful, to be honest. Like, taking it out would probably cause more damage. So let's go up here now. Now, initially, this is where you used to fight the first enemy, the first mole rat. The first mole rat was here, but this is where the campsite is now. So I'm gonna go to the other place. Now, the first time I played Gothic, I didn't know I could do exactly this. Like, I didn't know I could go up here. I mean, there was this thing, and that's still shut off, and the cobwebs, the Minecrawler cobwebs still look the same, which is, or at least as close to the same as they could get them, and probably the texture hasn't loaded yet, but that's why it looks the same. It's good. I didn't know I could do this the first time I played Gothic, so when I figured it out, like, ages later, I was just amazed that I could just go up here. I figured out I could do parkour in trees in Gothic, but I didn't know I could go up here initially. Which is amazing. And I'm gonna get savaged by some chickens soon, so I'm gonna let you look at this. It's so pretty, and you can't see Zardas's tower. I mean, you can sort of maybe see, like, above the man bun, above his hair. There's something that looks like it could be Zardas's tower. It doesn't look exactly like it, but I think it could be there. But you don't see it as clearly as you would in Gothic 1 if you turned up the draw distance to the max. And there's ruins. Oh my god, I can see the ruins. You can actually go there. Oh, this is awesome. Yeah, they did a good job with this. There's Dratford.
Now, who by Belia are you?
See, he described him. He described as the guy with the mustache. He didn't put a waypoint on your map.
Or did they just throw you in?
Yeah.
I'm new, yes. Your friend Drax.
This is how games used to be made, and they were fine.
Did he now?
Well, actually, one of the reasons they weren't made like, you know, Skyrim was eventually, and Oblivion and the rest of them, was that you couldn't fit all those systems in the game initially. I wasn't paying attention to what he said.
Friend and I made a deal.
Yeah, you and him, but not me. Drax is a gullible...
Oh, so this guy's going back on his word. What an ass. I would attack him, but I know how this ends. I'm not even level 1. So I'm just gonna go forward and I'm probably gonna run into some swamp camp guys. Oh, there's a mole rat, which I'm gonna ignore. I picked up another healing potion. And I'm gonna go run past some chickens. Oh, oh, okay, there wasn't water back then in this area. This is a new thing. Are the chickens here? Yeah, the chickens are here. Look how beautiful it is before the chickens savage me to death. Oh, there's a guy. Take all. Mysterious note, which I can't read because I'm going to be savaged by a goblin. Instantly dead. And it's been a long time since I saved. Yeah. Well, I'm going to let you figure out what was in that mystery note. That's your homework for today. Because it's going to take a long time to get back up there. Actually, I could just probably breeze through it and just rush it. But, yeah. This is so far a very positive experience for me. I have to say they did a swell job of recreating this bit of Gothic. This bit of the prison colony. It looks fantastic. It runs terrible, but again, I'm on a video card that was a generation old when I got it 5 years ago. So it's understandable that it would run like this. Maybe the character moves a bit, I mean... Okay, here's maybe the one criticism I have of it. Jumping is this instantaneous, but movement is a bit more weighty. I think they need to make jumping a bit less instantaneous to gel with the way that walking performs. Other than that, look at this. Look at the leaves. This was a thing that trees did in Gothic 1 as well, and it was one of the most beautiful aspects of the graphics of the game, of the atmosphere. And it does the same. This is phenomenal. I am so far impressed with what I'm seeing. Also, I don't think I can get up there like I used to in Gothic 1 through cheesing the physics. But maybe worth a try. I got up to... There was a bit of a ledge there, so you really see that thing. You could get up to there, but I couldn't get beyond that in Gothic 1 by cheesing the physics. So I'm gonna probably die here. Actually... I'm curious, did they remove the strafing thing? In some versions of Gothic, if you would strafe before you died, you could not die from impacts. And there's some ore up here as well. Picking up the ore. Picking up the ore, and it looks very ore-y. Actually, I wonder if you can mine in this one. Huh. Would be something if you could actually mine things. A lifeblood of the colony. It would be a useful feature to get more ore. Actually, I'm curious if it has a functional economy this time, because at some point, actually, the only thing you really need ore for is to pay bribes. It was very East German in that aspect. Very Eastern European of the game, I would say. The only thing you need money for is to pay bribes, which will then allow you to live. That's it. So it's very true to life in that aspect. I'm curious to see if they've expanded on the economy somehow. So far, yeah. It's been a great experience. Looking forward to the final version. They've completely made me believe in their ability to make this game. So, good on you people. You did great. I'll probably not be back with new shows anytime soon, at least until I get better. Making this video has probably set me back a while. Can I actually read the text on him this time? Because I couldn't in the original. Nope, still cannot. I don't think it loaded. Something with the G. Oh, traitor. Okay, it's a traitor. Well, bad luck to him. Take care, everybody. Have a great whatever day you're doing today. See you again sometime in the future. Bye-bye.
He is real.